what a start. Inside out and upside down. No stress, I'ma clean up this mess.
Hello, lovely people. Thanks for coming back again. Can't believe it's March already. Where did February go? It just dragged and dragged and dragged, and then all of a sudden it's just gone, and this is upon us. Okay, so this is the hashtag 2022 Collage Challenge, being co-hosted by Julie from Art and Junk Journals with Julie, and myself, Leigh, from Leigh's Art Studio. So this is an open collaboration. If you want to take part in this and you're going to put up a video on YouTube, just put this hashtag in your title and then your video will automatically go into the playlist. Sorry, you need to put MAR on the end of this. So hashtag 2022 Collage Challenge MAR for March. Same with Instagram. So Instagram and YouTube, got to have the MAR on the end. So I do hope that you will check out all of the lovely videos that are in the playlist. Check out Julie's. She does some beautiful work. Without any further ado, I am going to have a look at the prompts. Okay, so we've got medieval, such as ancient Greek, Middle Ages or Egyptian. Winter, cold, icy, snow, jumpers, fires, mountains. The colours to be used throughout the collage are orange and peach. Tissue, napkin, rice or decoupage paper is to be used somewhere. Also a butterfly, an insect, a bee or a bug. The mark making is stamping, stenciling or inking. For shape, it is a maths or a keyboard symbol. I just happen to have a set of stamps that have this hashtag in it. I thought that was pretty lucky to come up with that. So the swap, so you can swap up to 2 of those items. And the swap or bonus item for March is bling, charms, jewels, stickles, glitter or sequins. Okay, so I'm going with an Egyptian theme throughout mine. So I've got my book here and I've been collecting bits and pieces for this particular challenge. That's my my collage for February. So this is the page I'm going to use. I've got a piece of paper here, it's A4 in size, which is the same size as this book, and I'm going to glue that down and then gesso over it, and then everything else that I do is going to be on top of this. So there's my orange. So I've got some things that I've taken off Pixabay. I've got a picture of the pyramids. I've got a couple of beetles. That's more off the off that big piece that this came from. And I've also got some of these Egyptian people. They're pretty big though. I'm not sure where or if I will use them. I have got some gold and blue paper because I quite often see gold and blue in Egyptian artifacts. The tissue paper is this here, and you'll see what I'm going to do with that shortly. A blue and gold cat statue, and then I did a little bit of playing around on Canva and I found a picture of Nefertiti on Pixabay and just superimposed her head onto these little ladies they're called whimsical winter ladies, I think. It's a digital I bought off Etsy. So we have Nefertiti with a coat and a fur muff and long boots, and then in this one she's got a fur coat on, and in this one she's ice skating. So I think the theme of my collage is going to be something like Nefertiti visits England. Okay, so the first thing I needed to do is to glue down my orange piece of paper. I'll get it right in there. Now that was paper that I just painted yellow and then I stenciled over it, and that was done with acrylic paint. some time ago actually. I now want to gesso over that. Spread that around with this old card. I just want to knock that colour back a bit. I don't like it, it's a bit too bright for me. Hopefully that's going to be enough coverage on that. It might not be, it might dry a bit too light, but we'll see what happens. I don't want it to be pure white. I want the colour to shine, to come through, but not to dominate. So I'm just going to let that dry for a minute. So this is dry enough to work on now. So I've just got some Distress Oxide in the colour Rusty Hinge, and I'm just going to apply some of that around the edge of my page. And while I've got that on that acrylic block, I'm just going to stamp some of these. I know they're not going to turn out very clear, but no, they're not going to turn out at all by the look of it. Oh, that's a bit better. Put it in the piece that's not so watery. Okay, so that'll do, and I think I'll just smush that on up the top there. A bit over here. So I'll let that dry and then I'll think about how I'm going to compose my little montage on here. Okay, that's nice and dry now. So I'm going to glue some of these elements down, or some, I sort of want to like glue, you know, a few of these bits and pieces down, and then maybe put some more gesso over it. And I've got this blue and gold paper, and I was thinking maybe put these ones in, have, you know, like gesso over the top of them again or something like that. And I've got these bits as well. So I've just had an idea what to do with a couple of these things. Like that. And this is going to be ice, because you have ice in Egypt, don't you? In your drinks, maybe. It's about the only place. I should have printed off a bigger version of those pyramids. So I might just move that, get rid of them for the moment. Move this down here, and then we have Nefertiti on her ice skates, and then we'll have her in her fur coat, and then I've got another one with a little outfit on here. It's got the fur muff and the boots, and so then we need to have a beetle, something in there like that. I've got this edge. I'm going to have to take a photo of all this because I won't be able to remember where it goes. Actually, like this cat, maybe over here. Beetle there. I'm just wondering whether I should have all of those in the one area. I've got another beetle. Okay, so I've put my little clusters to the side, and I'm just going to glue on some bits and pieces of this blue and gold paper. We'll leave that like that, and I want to get a stencil. Actually, I want to do some more stamping with this because you can barely see where it was before. So So I'm going to use the same colour. I should do it along the top. I'm quite happy for the edge of the stamp to show up on that like it is. It's fine. I'm going to put a really thin coat of gesso over that because I want it to be thin enough for the pattern to show through. I'm just dry brushing that on. I might glue down some of the background elements. So I took a photo of it so that I wouldn't forget. Okay, so I had that across the top, but I'm not sure. If I do that, it's going to cover up the stamps, so I might move it down a little bit. And then the pyramids were underneath that with the people on them. So, okay, so let's just glue down that trim first. Goes up that way, and it's going to go there. Like so. Then the pyramids are underneath. I want them towards the edge of the page. And she's handing him that thing. Well, he's reaching for it. So they go like that. Then this bit goes there. Like that. This beetle was there. Oh, I put my stripy paper in the wrong place. It was meant to be closer to the edge of the page. Can I get it off and move it? Yep. Amazing. I think the humidity today has probably helped that not to go off too quickly. It's actually raining. Beetle goes on there. There's the rain again. Then I've got this little grouping here. I need to put my big person down next. Like that. And I put this little bit of golden blue paper to go in front of that vase thing that I just put in. Like so. And then this lady, princess, to go in front of the blue and gold. Like that. And then I forgot my little skating Nefertiti to go in. So that one's quite close to the bottom. And this is her water, which is wrapping tissue. It's metallic. Well, it's not water, it's ice. And then we've got our skating princess to go in on top of that. Doing a little bit of figure skating by the look of it. Enjoying the cool weather in England on her holiday. Okay, so I just want to make sure everything is stuck down. Then I'm going to do some stenciling over the top. So in just a few places I'm going to stencil over with gesso, this same pattern that was on the paper underneath, just to knock back the darkness in a few different places. I don't want it to look too crowded. And over here as well, like that. Okay, so that'll do with that stencil. Now I want to put some of these on. I just need to be careful where I put them. And I don't know whether to use ink or to use paint. It needs to be gold, I think, so I might grab my gold paint. Okay, so I've got a couple of different options. I've got iridescent rich gold, I've got iridescent rich bronze, and then I've just got this arteza. I might try this one to begin with. Just use this block for a palette for the time being. And then I want to do the eye. And I'd actually think that the eye would be better if it was black. Let me get some black paint. I'm going to rub some of that in with my finger. Pretty sure the paint went under the stencil then. A little bit messy. It's not too bad, I guess. Where else should I put one? Maybe there. That's in that eye, the eyeball bit. It's where I messed it up last time, so I'll be super careful this time. That one's a bit better. It's still too dark, I think, and it needs to have more gesso put around it. Maybe even some more of this gold paint. In case you hadn't noticed, I put wings on the lady. I saw the butterfly wings when I was looking for the stencil, so I thought she needed them. Okay, I'm not real happy with that area there at all. It looks too messy. So I'm going to put some more gesso on that. I'm just going to spread it around with my finger. The beetles pretty much completely been covered up. Can't see that anymore, unfortunately. Can't see the pyramids, but they were there. Not happy with this. This is looking horrible. So I'm going to put a whole heap of gesso over it. Apart from these bits, don't like it at all. It's too busy. Probably would have been alright if I hadn't put those patches of this blue and gold paper all over it. But anyway, I could start again and pretend it never happened, but I think it's better if you see the process and see the mistakes as well as things that work out properly. The way we learn, isn't it, from mistakes? All the things are still underneath the paint, so maybe bits of them will show through. I will leave some pieces showing. I won't cover it up completely. The printer ink is actually changing the colour of the gesso, which is going to create something interesting anyway. As you can see, like ghosts of... And that might turn out alright. If it does, I'll have to say that I planned it. So I want to leave some of that stamping to show through. Uncovered, I should say. Gonna get my watercolour pencils, I think. Do a bit of outlining to some pieces. I want to get rid of this blue because I don't like that at all now. It's just too much. Here comes the rain down again. Funny the way that's showing through. Or I can see the funny side of it, put it that way. I might just put a little bit of gold here and there. Try and mask some of those shapes that are appearing. Don't forget to look at the playlist and cheer on the other people that are participating. Subscribe to their channels, give them a thumbs up, leave them a comment, give them all the encouragement we can. Well, one thing for sure is the elements of the collage in the prompts that I've put on but I've covered over, I'm still counting them as being in there. Well, they are in there anyway, they're just covered over. So I'm thinking I should probably put this lady on here somewhere else. So the whole idea was she was the reference to winter because she's got the winter clothing on and ice skating, and that's the Egyptian thing, and all the blue stripes that I've just covered over was to do with Egypt. The maths symbol is still showing. The tissue paper is still showing. The colour orange or peach is still there. So the icy cold is the winter reference is still there. And a reference to Egypt. So everything's still there. I haven't used the swap or the bonus. My beetle. I pulled the beetle off. I need to put in another something. Either a beetle insect or bee or something. What have I got? I've got butterflies, but I don't want to put another butterfly in. I've got this, which was a what do you call it? Oh, look what I did! Put it straight on top of that. Oh well. Let's just wipe that off. Graphics Fairy. This is from the Graphics Fairy. I wonder if I should go for the big B, the giant one. Let me just cut that out. I hope that rain isn't coming through too loudly. I don't want to have to shut the window because it's too stuffy in here. I don't mind that on there. Maybe up there, cover up some of that other stuff. I'm going to put a few more of those eyes on there, I like them. It's amazing how everything starts showing back through the gesso again. Gonna have to give it another coat. I wonder if I should put white paint on it instead. I think I will. I'll get some white paint. That'll do for the time being. Just want to put some bit of colour on the bee. Use the glue stick on this because I don't want to put any pressure onto it. I'll just dot on some of this Cividiva glue. Decide where to put it. There, I think. Oops. Right in the middle of the wet paint. Just knock those eyes back a little bit. Oh, yeah, good one. I didn't want to do that. Anyway, this one's dry. I forgot that one was wet. This is just a disaster. I'm really not enjoying this at all. I'll just stick her up there. Might as well. Can't make it look any worse. Don't go worry about sticking that on there. I'm just going to put these things down. Even though I haven't used them on the other side. Well, I have, but I've covered them up. A little bit of ink around this. Might just put some splatters or some ink drips or something. Hello, what do you want? You want to go outside? Oh, better go and put the dog outside. Don't forget to check out Julie's video. Don't forget to look at the playlist and cheer on the other people that are participating. Subscribe to their channels, give them a thumbs up, leave them a comment, give them all the encouragement we can. I'll put them on everything else while I put them on this. Put a few black ones on first. I do want to get my watercolour pencil and go around some of the elements on the page, give them a bit of definition. I should put some shimmer on that. I'll need to let that dry before I can put any more highlights or anything on it. So I'll just leave it for the time being, let it dry, come back and finish it off the little bits and pieces. While I've got the paints wet and the brush handy, I'll just put some splatters on this other side. Nothing's going right tonight. They're violent splatters. Those ones, oh, it's a bit overdone, but like everything else on the page, we're just going to let that dry. I want to put an edge around it as well. So I'm going to turn the camera off, let it dry. I was going to ink around that, but then I found this paint, which is a free flow, quite a liquidy paint. I thought, I know the colour's nice, so I'm going to use some of it to make a border. And that might draw attention away from the other dog's breakfast. That is the actual collage. That's that page. Even just with that border around it looks a little bit better, I think. And I'll do the same on this side as well. Just roughly. Look at some good news on the TV tonight, that we're actually gonna be doing away with our masks next Friday. So I don't know why they can't make it this Friday. There's so many people that aren't wearing them anyway, so it's not going to be a big difference in some respects. I actually don't mind wearing the masks except when it's hot. Yeah, it's not real pleasant in 30-degree heat. Okay, so that's what I've got. Orange all over my hands. I wonder, should I put some of that on the B? I think so. Yep. Just on those bits. And I just want to put some outlines in different places with the watercolour pencils. Should probably just stick with black, safest option, especially with what I've been doing tonight. Nothing working out. Need to put a little bit more glue there. Just going to activate that with a bit of water. Even that's not working properly. I wonder if it's because of all the stuff that's underneath it. Probably is. If I'd known that it wasn't going to activate properly with the water, I could have just done it with the marker. Might still do that. Just use a really fine one. 0.05. It's fine. As fine as you can get, really. Maybe a bit too fine. I think it's because there's so much paint and other things on the page. That's why the pens and the watercolours aren't working properly. Let's try a slightly thicker one. This one's double the thickness of that one. This is really disappointing because I was really excited about these prompts, excited about doing my collage, and unfortunately it hasn't worked. Well, not the way I wanted it to anyway. Alright, okay, so Egyptian style. Winter. We've got the winter clothes and the ice skating. The orange and the peach colour. The napkin, or tissue paper I should say. So we've got a bee. And we've got stamping, stenciling or inking. So I've stenciled and I've inked and I've stamped. And that's my maths symbol. I didn't worry about putting any of the bling on there. Maybe I should. Maybe she needs some little gold highlights on her crown. What could possibly go wrong with these? Oops, that's what could go wrong. Comes out like that. Why not? So that came out in a rush and now nothing will come out. Okay. So she's got gold on her crown. Do I want to lift this up and let you see what it really looks like? I'm not sure whether I do. It's a big disappointment for me. Especially after thinking it was going to be fun to do. Never mind. What's the date today? This video is going up on the 2nd of March, but it's only the 22nd of February today. So I might as well write that on here somewhere. Except all my pens won't work now. Covered in paint. Of course. All the twos. 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. Alright, thanks guys for watching. Don't forget to check out Julie's video. Don't forget to look at the playlist and cheer on the other people that are participating. Subscribe to their channels. Give them a thumbs up. Leave them a comment. Give them all the encouragement we can. And I'll see you in the next video. So cheers from Australia. Bye for now.